not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Inside handoff, Henry. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the
guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They set up the screen for Henry. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Likely.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Jackson now. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Patrick Ricard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And some strong running. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Going on the ground with Homer, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Looking to throw is Williams.
And that is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
2nd down and 3.
Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not I just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. Touchdown! Derrick Henry. as the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Buying time to his left.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
50 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right.
To about the 26 here.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
We got 3, we got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Now a give, right side, Swift.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3, 3 down, 3 down.
This is Homer.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
DeAndre Swift
Taking it in from the 20.
And the Bears have got it back to within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Williams going to throw for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down, here's Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Another carry for the fullback, Ricard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Henry up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Henry again on 2nd down. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive.
The fuck up, Phil.
Football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has
you
the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
Do you hear me?
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing his Jackson.
You don't know it, but this is personal, motherfucker.
Caught by Andrews.
Mikey Mike.
Pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2.
This shit is personal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have made
Bring your ass to the fucking mic.
Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in
You heard?
Stayed in great
You
communication
fucking heard?
as he dragged across each zone. You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A give to Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They go play action now. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 31 yards. And the Ravens have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Well, that was absolutely wasn't it, trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
When you're able to mix run you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains.
Bring your bitch ass to the mic.
But that's how you get it done, because you're not taking
Come to the fucking mic.
And then when you're able to run what you want to run,
I dare you.
get a chance to call it.
I dare you.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Yeah, Phil, I got you out of your fucking element.
1st and 10.
Huh? Got you out of your fucking element, boy. Y'all don't know. Me and Phil's been doing this shit for a while now. Fucking while now. I had enough of his shit. I had enough of his shit. This shit is personal. Bring your bitch ass to the mic.
Here comes 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Williams.
Able to find Komet and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Williams throw there complete to Allen. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown Bears. Keenan Allen, 53 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
But he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So down a couple scores, only 1 timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
With a start here to the ball game, you get the good kick return, followed by a quick 1st down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with
Give it back, Phillip.
Obviously, scoring a touchdown.
Give it back, Phillip.
Then going down.
I thought this shit personal, boy.
A lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great
I do this, boy.
I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot.
Fucking do this, baby.
And say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Well, you do this, baby. I don't know what you thought.
That's it. That's what you
What you thought?
Positive gain. Just keep
What possibly could think. You know me. You know the OG. Told you, Phil, bring your ass to the fucking mic. This shit ain't over. So me and you is only fucking begun.
Probably crashing the line.
See, cause you top 500 rank, I'm coming for that spot. I'm coming for that spot, boy. Coming for that fucking spot, Philip.
Carry 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember.
I want to see you do something I never seen you do before. Quit!
Telling the offensive coordinator,
quit!
The big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only
gets call your T.O. Call your T.O. You need life.
Timeout. 9 seconds left.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline.
That's right.
Snap. Watch the screen.
That's what's on the line now.
Really good job.
Yo, fuck that heart, motherfucker.
Making the play to force 4th down.
Here we go.
Their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it will appear that's
Quit on me, baby.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore.
Let's go.
And we talk so much
Let's
about
go.
turnover battle determining who wins and who
Let's
loses.
go.
This game, no exception.
I don't want to hear it. I'm back.
They look like a small
I'm back.
one, didn't they? Because you look at every
Fucking back.
game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of
Gotta
game
switch out your squad, Philip. Gotta switch your fucking squad. I'm out here.
to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation.